and from weird to wonderful.
It's time to test your knowledge
And understand yourself.
Cogito ergo sum. This is a famous philosophical statement by René Descartes, wherein he believed that he could not doubt that he existed because he is the one doing the doubting.
Did you know that the social learning theory, or the SLT, is proposed by Albert Bandura? It emphasizes the importance of observing, modeling, and imitating the behaviors and attitudes and emotional reactions of others. Social learning theory considers how both the environmental and cognitive factors interact to influence human learning behavior.
Did you know that a gay is a male who is physically and emotionally attracted to another male or a female and vice versa, just like me?
Did you know heterosexual is a person who are attracted to the opposite sex? So a male is attracted to a female and a female is attracted to a male.
Once, it is synonymous with luxuries. People buy them for reasons that do not warrant necessity. Lola! I want this, I want this, I want this, and this, and everything!
Aristotle says that the soul is the actuality of the body that has life, which means that it has the capacity for self-sustenance, growth, and reproduction. He insisted that the human being is a composite of soul and body, and the soul cannot be separated from the body.
Did you know that sexual self is how we understand our bodies and how we understand our relationships? Basically, a way to describe the feelings you have for someone.
Did you know that people who are asexual don't feel sexually attracted to anyone and feel no desire to have sex?
Needs. These are important for survival. Food, clothing, and shelter are basic needs. So people buy them out of necessity.
According to Plato, self is fundamentally an intellectual entity whose nature exists independent from the physical world. And the three parts of the soul are the rational, spirited, and appetitive parts.
Did you know that according to George Herbert Mead, the two types of self is I and me? I love you, you love me, we are happy family.
Did you know that the way you describe yourself in words can shape your actual behavior?
There are three parts of the psyche or mind. First is the id, which is the pleasure principle. Second is the ego, which is the reality principle. And lastly, the third one is the superego, which incorporates the values and moral of the society.
Did you know that the appetitive soul is part of the soul, where it involves the satisfaction of physical needs, pleasures, desires, objects, and situations?
Political self refers to representation of oneself about him or herself.
Did you know that talking to yourself can improve your confidence and problem-solving skills?
Did you know that Socrates mentioned that an examined life is not worth living because he believed that a life without introspection, critical thinking, and questioning one's own beliefs and actions is essentially meaningless and lacks value?
Did you know that self includes the memory of the thinking thing? A person's memories provide a continuity of experience that allows him to identify himself as the same person.
Did you know that philosophy is derived from the Greek word philos and sophia, which means the love of wisdom? He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me, he loves me not.
Did you know that Socrates' famous quotes, "Know thyself," is one of the oldest philosophical teachings about self-awareness?
Through the most important contribution was the psychoanalysis or the psychoanalytic theory. It is a personality theory based on the notion that unseen spaces controlled by the conscious as a rational thought motivate an individual.
According to David Hume, emotions and sensations occur a few at a time, ever-changing, and never all exist equally all at once.
David Hume believed that the self is a bundle of perceptions that are constantly changing.
Economic self is how people maintain extensions of themselves through material possessions and maintenance of particular lifestyle in the context of what the society values as needs and wants.
She was a fairy.
Did you know that Freud's three levels of consciousness include conscious, pre-conscious, and unconscious? And that's a wrap.
And if you don't understand yourself,
follow for more.